Yo, what's going on, guys? Today in this video, we're gonna give you guys our all-star bench predictions. We didn't really do an all-star starters prediction. I just forgot, we didn't have time. But I mean, we're gonna give you guys the bench. The bench was harder. I feel like the starters were a bit more obvious.
Yeah, the starters were obviously only questionable was Lil, but everybody else makes sense. The MVP candidates pretty much, plus like a few others, like LeBron being the most famous guy in the NBA. No, Giannis, they get more votes on him. It's a bit crazy.
That is crazy. But yeah, people were questioning the LeBron one. It's like, you guys, don't be stupid, guys. Like, you know it's gonna be based. LeBron's the most popular. He's always gonna.
But Kobe made in the last few years of his career, like it just makes sense. So. But yeah, moving on to the actual bench, we're gonna start with the West. And first, we're gonna say like the obvious ones, and then we're gonna go to the ones that were a bit more up in the air.
Yeah, so the two guards that we chose were Curry and Booger. I mean, Booger's been balling as of late. I know he's.
You put Ant here? I think Ant should be here.
Let's start out. So the West for us, we decided to choose Booger and Ant as our two West guards.
I like Curry on that.
What?
Curry on that.
My gosh, bro, but Booger's better. Has been. Okay, you said it.
So starting with the West, the two guards we chose were Stephen Curry and Anthony Edwards. I know Curry this year hasn't been the best, but at the end of the day, like I think the coaches are gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and just put him as a secure guard. Yeah. And then the other one, Anthony Edwards, is just simply based on the fact that the Timberwolves are number one, number two. They keep switching with the Thunder every day, but obviously the Timberwolves need an All-Star, and he's been the best player, so he's gonna get that secure spot. And then moving on to the forwards.
Yeah, we got Kawhi, AD, and Paul George. Kawhi. It's pretty self-explanatory. He's been, balling this year. Even though his stats don't look that good, I think numbers-wise, I think we understand how big of an impact he's had on the team this season, and that team just keeps winning and winning. The same thing with PG, man. He's been arguably their best player this season. He's been the most stable player, and I think both of them definitely deserve it. And we also got Anthony Davis. I mean, Anthony Davis has been a DPOY candidate. He would be an MVP candidate if the team was better. He's been great this year. He's only missed 3 games, so. Gotta give a huge props to AD. I feel like that one's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, 100%. And then moving on to the wildcards, it was a bit tough. There were a lot of people to pick from. But we ended up going with Booger. Booger, he had like a bit of a weird start to the year because he started already hot. They got hurt, and you can tell that he wasn't being as aggressive as he had to be.
Yeah, especially with the whole like point guard thing. And stuff.
But now it seems like Fran Bogle finally figured that out. KD talked to him and he told him, be yourself, be the main scorer on the team. It's been going insane. The last few games, 60 points,
like
40 points, 50 points. It's been crazy. So for sure, him and the Suns have been in a row. The last 2 games, we already picked it up again against the Heat. And yeah, the second one.
This one was super tough.
Yeah, super tough.
Before we even say, I think we should give them the honorable mentions. So some of the honorable mentions were Zion, Ingram, Larry Marketing, Kyrie Irving, Karl Anthony Towns, James Harden, even maybe.
Nah, man, Harden was definitely not gonna make it.
Yeah, he's just one
that was threw out there. But we ended up going with Rudy Gobert, which might sound crazy to a lot of you. I wish it was somebody else. I don't really like Gobert that much. But it was just of the fact that Gobert is such an impactful player, and this is a bit of a comeback season for him. Yeah. His impact has been seen a lot. He's making it work with Cat, which is something that we didn't expect after last season.
I think he's probably the defensive player of the year as of right now.
But yeah, like I said, though, when teams usually so high up in the standings they get to All-Stars, you can make an argument for Chet Holmgren, but I think he's
I was gonna say that. Yet. I think he should be an honorable mention. A lot. I know a lot of people are voting for him. Actually, recently, I want to get your thoughts on that. I don't know if you've heard of it. Jamal Crawford actually voted for him over Anthony Davis for his reserve. How crazy is that?
That's just insane. That's kind of like Reggie Miller voting Derek White over Trae Young. I think when it comes to All-Stars, I know team winning matters a lot, but at the end of the day, is when it's such a difference in stats, a difference in how good the person is.
Yeah, the only thing that you can say that Chet is better than AD as is 3-point shooting.
Because bro, Anthony Davis is damn near better than Chet. Like you can make that argument. So we're gonna talk about a rookie who's averaging like 17 points per game, and you can say he's a second option, bro. So AD's kind of like a first, second option for the Lakers, and if we're talking about who should be the defensive player, AD's better than Gobert. That's not here nor there. Let's go to the East.
The East, the two guards, for me, this was extremely straightforward.
Damn should have been the starter with Lillard. Both of them.
Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. I mean, the role that the Cavs have been in without Garland, without Mobley, it's been incredible to watch. I had no idea they had this in them.
Nah, really, not at all, bro. Once they were put on the season, they had a pretty bad record, and then after the injuries, we kind of thought, bro, are they cooked? Are they gonna miss the playoffs?
We're like, oh, Mitchell might get traded in the offseason.
Yeah, but it's been the opposite. It's been they're playing better than last year. I'm like, what's going on? And yeah, Mitchell, still one of the best scorers, one of the best players in the NBA. Brunson, talk about a guy who is having a better Knicks career than Milan. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that sounds crazy, but
he's the
to me, he's the best player on the Knicks.
way better than I expected.
Yeah,
Way better than I
I
expected. The Knicks have been on a freaking roll ever since trading from OG Anunoby.
Yeah, great.
They were talking about the Cavs being on a roll. The Knicks this year have the best record in the NBA in 2024.
Oh,
In 2024, they have about the best record in the NBA. So yeah, man, not enough good things can be said over Brunson. I wish he said it about.
Yeah. So forwards, this one was tough.
It was tough.
For
We had
me, it
to
was
go
a bit
back and
tough.
forth. Yeah.
We ended up going with Paolo Banchero, Julius Randle, and Scotty Barnes. Honestly, there's a lot of players that didn't make it that arguably could have made it. This was tough.
It really was, bro. I put Paolo, bro, because I was looking at this picture of Scotty and Paolo. And Paolo, like, damn near has a better record. He has a better record. He has a better record team-wise, and then his stats are damn near better. And he's been the clear best player. Even though the Magic have lowered, they're still staying around the AFC.
Yep.
This is still the best Magic season we have had in a minute. And he's just a really good player, bro, at the end of the day.
No, I mean, that one I didn't even struggle putting him. I really do think he deserved it. For me, that wasn't really like a question. The other ones I feel like were a bit more of a question, like Randall and Scotty. Randall, not so much because the Knicks have been doing good. He's one player of the week. He's been balling. But Scotty Barnes, the reason that we went with him is because, honestly, the other people that could have made it, I don't know if they should have made it over him. The best argument here from the honorable mentions that we have is Pascal Siakam. If you told me that Pascal Siakam made it over Scotty Barnes or Paolo or Randall, I'll be like, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because they're both on the same team. You can argue that Scotty was playing better.
I get that. I feel like in the beginning of the season, Pascal struggled a lot.
Yeah.
He might get the coach's vote.
And then with the Pacers now, they've been like, they haven't been that good.
Yeah, I mean,
he's trying to figure out. All the players put Michael Bridges, the Nets are just not that good.
Yeah.
And Paolo and Scotty had better seasons. Kuzma, we put him in there, but he was not.
Yeah.
He didn't have a chance. Porzingis had a good season, but at the end of the day, he's like the fourth option on that team.
And then Brown and then Jaylen Brown, I don't know if you consider him a forward or a guard or whatever. Jaylen Brown to me is he's just not an all-star this season. I think some players deserve it over him. Just keeping it real.
Wow, I didn't realize that. That's a bit crazy.
To me, I mean, like out of all the players that we chose. Oh, let's talk about the wild cards. We almost forgot to mention the wild cards. Yeah,
Tyrese Maxey and Trae Young.
Yeah, I mean Tyrese Maxey.
I feel like Brown's gonna make it as a wild card.
He might make it over Trae Young, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the Celtics deserve it. You know what? We're gonna change our picks right now on the spot.
I didn't realize.
Yeah. We're gonna put Jaylen Brown over Trae Young.
Even though Trae Young is,
I think he's been better.
He's been better. He's been having an underrated season.
But I think you gotta give the Celtics 2 All-Stars, man.
I think you do 100%. Jaylen Brown, he has a pretty good enough reputation that he's gonna get it just off that, especially because he's known as a defender.
And with Tyrese Maxey, man, Tyrese Maxey just been balling this year, man. Just love to see
Big
it.
surprise.
Yeah, big surprise for a lot of people. Maybe not to some Sixers fans, but I just want to say shout out to him, man. There's not really much to say. You guys know how he's been balling this year. That pretty much does it, I mean, right?
Yeah, it pretty much does it. It's funny because once you really talk about it, it's not as hard as you would expect.
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of good players, I feel like there's been some underperformances. And yeah, honestly, like, the East bench is kind of mid.
Yeah,
it's not that good. The West.
The All-Star teams this year have been kind of weird. I don't know, at least to me.
They haven't been as exciting. It feels like back then we had more arguments. Yeah. But I feel like now, whoever's an All-Star is an All-Star.
Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it.
Let us know if you disagree in the comments.
Yeah, give us your
open to debate. And let's see. Let's hope the All-Star game this year is better than last year because last year was a snooze fest. But that's going to do it. Like the video, like Alex said. Subscribe if you haven't, and peace out.
Peace out.